Well, hello there and happy Friday. I hope that you've had a wonderful week. I just wanted to jump on here again. I need to get better about announcing when I'm going to go live, but this was a milestone moment that I could not let go by without going live and sharing this milestone with you. So in the top in the comment or the subject line, you see that this is the 5-year anniversary of the African Heritage Power Plate booklet. And you might be saying, okay, what is it? And what are you talking about? Glad you asked. So, the African Heritage Power Plate booklet is something that was a seed planted in 2017 when I became, well, let me rewind. I apologize. I am Deetra Dennis, and I am the founder of Full Circle Health Coaching LLC, as well as Back to the Root Cooking and Nutrition Program. I am also the self-care coach for nurses. And so going back, the African Heritage Power Plate booklet was a seed planted when I became a licensed Food for Life instructor. And the Food for Life program is one of the premier and award-winning cooking and nutrition program of the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. And during my training, we were introduced to the Power Plate. Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining. And if you wouldn't mind sharing your name, because it's just showing up as your it's not giving me. I would love to call you by your name. But yeah, so when in the training, we were introduced to the Power Plate. And so I asked a question at that time, is there a booklet specifically for the African American community? And at that time it wasn't, on the radar, on the thoughts and minds of the leaders at that time. I didn't let that discourage me because I continued to ask about it. And also, one of the other things is that I am also the African Heritage and Health Ambassador for Old Ways. And so in 2018, I had the opportunity to bring together both of those great organizations, Old Ways and Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, and how can we create this book? And those, I just want to shout out to what's the booklet? We're going to get to, I'm going to show you what it looks like in just a moment. And thank you for the feedback or even joining live with me. But anyway, so we joined together, and those who were a part of bringing this together is Susan Levin. And okay, thank you. Susan Levin, and she's no longer with us, so rest in peace, Susan. We also had Kelly Toops LeBlanc, Danielle Pryor, and Jennifer Paul. And I know Jennifer is married now. I don't remember what her married last name is, but we were all part of bringing this to life. And it came to life February 1st, 2020. And here we are 5 years later. And I'm so happy to be able to share this, again, milestone with you. And the reason I wanted that booklet is because I felt that it was important for representation. Because how many of you, and you may not be watching live, and if you're watching the replay, I would love for you to comment, add your comments below. When your provider may share with you about making healthy lifestyle choices as it relates to your food. And many times you feel as though you have to give up foods that are familiar to you or that are a part of your heritage or generationally. And so I wanted there to be something, because our heritage, the African heritage, is very rich in plant forward foods, and our ancestors were plant predominant. Not that they didn't have meat, but it wasn't the star of the plate like it is, for many now. So the plants were predominant on the plate, and the meat was for flavoring and or for celebratory. So again, just I wanted to be able to have something that was there for us to understand the rich heritage of our ancestors. And many of our ancestors lived a long life because of having the plants on their plate. And again, just wanting there to be familiarity. So I don't see any more comments. So I'm going to share my screen to show you the booklet. So if you would like a copy, and I put it in the comments, and let me know if you're watching live. Let me know if you're seeing the information in the comments, because I put the links to how you can download the booklet, as well as how you can purchase. Is 57 cents for a booklet. And I also put, if you would like to take a course on A Taste of African Heritage, or if you would like to enroll in one of, or register for one of the African American Culinary Heritage cooking classes. More about that in just a moment. But again, I want to be able to share the booklet with you. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Okay, so the first one that you see here is the African American Power Plate booklet. So this is the cover of it, and this is how we can prevent diabetes, hypertension, or heart disease, cancer, obesity by eating more, adding more plants to our plate. That's adding power to your plate. And again, it's a representation of foods that are familiar to us in the African diaspora, those in the American South, in South America, in the Caribbeans, and as well as in Africa. So filling your plate with fruits, grains, vegetables, and beans. That is how you add power to your plate every day. And so again, sharing with you how the collaboration was with Old Ways and the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. And here again, just giving you the history about the power plate and how powerful food is for our health. And I know many times people ask, when it comes to eating more plant-based, how are you going to get your vitamins? How are you going to get your protein? All of that information is here for you. And then giving you an example of foods in each of the categories, with the fruits, the whole grain, vegetables, and beans that are familiar with the African diaspora. So again, I won't go through everything, but I just want to highlight that for you. So again, things to know about nutrition, the whole grains and the vegetables, all of that's there. And again, breaking the cycle, guys, of having those diseases that I mentioned up front, how we can prevent that, decrease the risk of that in our community. So again, it's great information. There are recipes in here that were contributed from Old Ways, as well as from PCRM. So great recipes here for you. And again, cornbread, listen, in the South, I am in the South, baby, cornbread is a must on the plate. So again, that's how you can prepare that. And again, highlighting the contribution in creating the booklet. The other thing I want to share with you is, let's see if I can share one other thing with you, because again, out of from the booklet, I was able to create my own program, and it was the Back to the Root. So this was my program that, as a result of the booklet, I created my own 2-week jumpstart, and it was called Back to the Root. Again, going back to the way our ancestors ate in order to uproot many of the chronic diseases that we experience in our community. That program is coming back. It's going to be a little bit, I'm working behind the scenes on what is coming next for that. So stay tuned because this will come back. It may come back a little different, but it is coming back. All right. So I wanted to share that with you. Also, I want to share with you, again, I put them in the link, but also I wanted to share with you, again, how you can download the book. I'm sorry, not download the book. I put those in the links in the comment section, but I want to show you if you wanted to take the e-course, A Taste of African Heritage, this is how you can do that. You can go here, and the link again is in the description below. And so if you are an individual who wants to take the A Taste of African Heritage course, this is it here that we'll look through real quickly. But if you are an organization and you would like for to offer this e-course, there is an opportunity for that as well. But this is a high level of what this is. So the e-course, again, goes through every aspect of creating that powerful plate that is also rich from our heritage. So chapter 1 is about herbs and spices. So you learn about it, you learn the history, and then you have a cooking course that goes along with it. You get a shopping guide, all of those things. Jollof rice, of course, when you're thinking about herbs and spices, it has a lot of spices in there, herbs in there that are very good. Might be a little spicy, but it's good for you. Spicy chickpeas. The week 2 is about the leafy greens. Listen, there are greens throughout the diaspora. When you think of, the American South, you think of your greens, we'll say greens like collard greens, mustards, turnips. And in the Caribbean, you may think of callaloo. So greens are, rich in our heritage. Whole grains, rice, brown rice, that is. And then beans and rice. Many times our ancestors had beans and rice to fill them up because you have that fiber in there to sustain you over a long period. The tubers and mashes like your sweet potatoes, your yuca, many more, and then fruits and vegetables. So again, that is how, if you would like to enroll in the e-course, that link is there for you. And then lastly, I want to show you with Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, there are some cooking classes that are coming up for Black History Month. And I want to show you my colleagues. There are 9 classes that are out there for you. And again, it's the African American Culinary Heritage. That link is in the description below. So we have, this one is going to be in person. This is the Black History Month. It's a free food that fights diabetes. That's at one of the grocery stores. So that's in person in Nevada. I think the other ones are mostly, there are 3 online here. So feel free to join. Now, there may be a fee for some of these, but, again, you have a choice. So those are online. And then we have one at Belmont Baptist Church that's in Mississippi coming up. The latter part of February going into March. You have the African, some more that are online that are available as well. So again, thank you. I want to say thank you to many of you that have downloaded the book, the booklet, who have for your events, that you have used them at your conferences. Thank you so much for that. And my family and friends, I know I probably get on your nerves about sharing the booklet. So thank you. I just want to thank you again. Thank each and every one of you that have been a part of this 5-year journey of the African Heritage Power Plate booklet. And if you've cooked recipes from it, I would love to hear about it. And I will answer any questions. I don't see any questions at the moment, but I want to again say thank you so much. This is a perfect time, starting tomorrow, February 1st, to embrace or experience the African heritage way of eating by, like I said, the e-course, or either enrolling in one of the cooking classes that I mentioned there. Again, the links are in the description. And thank you again. And this is my copy. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that's my copy. And again, thank you so much. You have a wonderful weekend and really take some time and reclaim your health by reclaiming your history. All right. Have a wonderful evening.